Let me tell you something. This is something you need. If you think that learning financial literacy is boring, let me tell you something. It's going to get you where you need to be to relieve some future problems in your life. So, what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to give you 4 things that's going to help you to forget about it being boring, but it's going to help you to have the financial skills that you need in the society that we have today. So just bear with me, stay to the end because I have a bonus thing that I want to tell you. Okay. First of all, when you have financial literacy, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to manage your day to day expenses. And you may say, Cheryl, you know what? Listen, I know when I need to buy something, I buy it. And when I need to save something, I do. But there's the thing, does that go on most of the time? I remember back in the day, I was handling my expenses too. But then for some reason, one day, that one bill had got backed up and then I had to pay that late fee, and that started happening more and more. You start seeing things that's on sale. You're raising your family, and a lot of times they jack up the sale prices, so you go ahead and buy anyway. You may have a credit card, and before you know it, when that bill comes in the mail or online, you realize, how in the world did it get to this point? I mean, the amount that I'm going to pay will not even go on the principal. It's going to go on the late fee, the interest charges. See, back in the day, I didn't know all that. And that's why you want to have financial literacy so that you can know how to strategize in your financial life. Do you know a lot of people, that's what happens when they get a divorce because of financial matters, because they're frustrated, you know, and how they handle their bills together. And they thought in this account was more money. So that's why I'm saying your day to day expenses. So the second thing is this: you want to be able to avoid high levels of debt. As I was saying about that credit card, you know, sometimes if you don't just pay outright cash, and you got to use your credit card sometimes, you need one because you want to make reservations for a hotel. But before you know it, that debt can just build up and build up and build up. I remember there was a time that um, I would walk around with a yellow legal pad. And, this was like our early stages. I've been married over 40 years now, but this is the early stages, raising the children, and, you send them to school and everything. And I would just walk around like in a daze. And my husband said, Cheryl, anything wrong? Oh, no, honey, no, because I handled the bills. Oh, no, honey, nothing's wrong. And then I'd be, feeling some kind of way. Then if we go somewhere, he said, oh, yeah, we're going to go out and get something to eat. And I said, oh, okay, okay, okay. And then I'm wondering, okay, is there enough on that credit card? Is there enough in the account? I want to tell you something. All those things are stresses. Even when you want to have your intimate time, and on your mind, you thinking about that. No, that's why financial literacy is so, so important. Listen, if you like this video, go ahead and like it. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe because I'm going to have more value come to you. I'm just keeping it real, you guys. I mean, hey, over 70, hey, listen, like I said, I know a few things. I know a few things, and I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. Now, this third thing that I want to talk about, and this is so, so important. In one of my videos, In one of my videos, I talked about I learned to pay myself, me and my husband first because of the situation. Um, had went to a dollar store one time, and it's the stories in one of my other videos, but I'm just gonna tell you this real quick. But anyway, what happened was is that for the dollar store, I'm thinking because everything's a dollar, and I get up to the counter, and my card didn't go through, and that was the last straw for me. I said, no, this can't happen. This cannot happen. So I'm telling you this, why financial literacy is so important, okay? Because we wasn't taught, in my generation, most of us were not taught about financial literacy. Buying one thing and paying 3 and 4 times the price that it is. So thing, this third point I want to make is this, and you've heard it already, but I'm going to give you an amount. Emergency fund. They say research shows that most people do not even have $1,000 to cover an emergency. Now, we know, depending on when you're looking at this, you got income tax coming. I remember back in the day when we would get income tax, we know we're going to get a TV and all that kind of stuff. Gone are those days. We don't know how the future economy is going to be. So, when you think it might be boring to learn about financial literacy, this is why you want to do this so that you can have a more stress-free life. Okay? Make it your goal any way that you can to have at least $1,000 in your emergency fund. And then when you take some out of that, guess what? Instead of paying Title Max or anybody like that with all that high interest, you're going to pay it back to yourself. You're going to be intentional when you do this. You guys, like I'm saying, we did not have financial literacy. Nobody didn't teach us that. You just go to a job, it's paycheck to paycheck, payday to payday. No, we didn't have it. But you guys, you got to do this. I'm telling you. All right? Please try to do that. $1,000 minimum. Okay? Then what's going to happen? When you get that feeling, you catch on to that, you're going to say, wait a minute. I can add some more to that. I can add some more to that. Okay? Now, the fourth thing I want to tell you is this, is that if we're not going to live, we don't have to worry about it. But if you have kids, you think about their future. But none of us know when we're going to leave here. God has a set and appointed time for us to leave here. But with our kids back, we still want to, guide them on what they need to do. And hopefully they are getting financial literacy, even if you didn't. But you're getting it now. And you can go in more depth to this when you want to. But you want to prepare for your future. You want to prepare for your future. Now, they're talking about housing is costing so much. They're talking about, with the jobs, they're talking about the Social Security, all that kind of stuff. You guys, the way this world is going now, when they start talking about more than one stream of income, because you know what? And this, well, when you start thinking about this, the job that you have, first of all, God gives you the skills and the health to even do your job. But the job that we do is only as good as our health allows. And that's why, I'm making this playlist so we can start feeling good. and doing exercise and getting away from sugar and all that good stuff. Okay, these things may sound boring, but I'm telling you something. This is the way you have to do to be able to navigate through life, making proactive choices. So you want to be sure to prepare for your future, whether you're investing. And you already know about the emergency fund, but we want to do savings and all that. Okay, get more into this. Just deep dive into this. Says look it up. Financial literacy. You have to have it for your family because you want to eat out sometime. You know, me and my husband had some pizza today, and I said, I'm gonna make my own pizza. I'm gonna go on Pinterest and make my own make my own pizza because things don't taste the way they used to. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of ways that you can save money. Okay. Now, the last bonus tip, I hope for those of you that stayed, I hope that you'll understand this. If you start borrowing money from family and you eventually pay them back or you pay them right back, you gave them a date and everything. But if you are always the one that is borrowing from somebody else, they hold the power and their opinion counts. You want to be your own person. You want to stand for your own family. You want to have it where you are able to bless somebody else, to give somebody something that needs something, to pay it forward. Maybe in the grocery line. I guess you said, Cheryl, not now. But you know what? That's a closed hand. When I got married to my husband, he told me, he said, yeah, a closed hand, nothing can come in and nothing can go out. What we have to do is be good stewards over what God gives us. So I want to tell you something. It may be boring. It's going to be a lot of things that's boring in this life today, but it's going to be essential for living. So you guys think about what I said now, okay? Especially about that emergency fund. $1,000 minimum. Not getting your car title. I mean, our children, they said, yeah, we grew up. I mean, we figure, hey, y'all had the money. They just don't know. They just don't know. For us not having the financial literacy, God is good. And so my thing is now I want to pour back in to prepare those that's, your 40s and your 50s. You're right in the midst of your family. Got those kids and they want things and these shoes. And you guys start thinking, it is no joke. It might be tight, but it's right. You ask the Lord to guide you, give you wisdom for your finances, help bless other people, but be mindful of how you are spending your money, saving your money, and, just overall financial literacy. So, like I said, if you have any comments, please comment. I share, a couple things that I've learned over the years. It ain't no shame because I look at where me and my husband are now. He has truly, truly blessed us. So, some of you all are single parents. Um, some people are going through marital conflict because of money. Pray and ask God just to lead and guide you. Okay? You all be blessed, and I'll talk to you later.